Alright guys, so I recently came across a old WYSE keyboard from 1984 with some vintage black switches in them, vintage Cherry MX black switches in them, and I got the board for a screaming deal. So I desoldered all of them, cleaned them up, lubed them, filmed them, and spring swapped them with Sprit springs, and I put some in my master up all as a test to see how they feel. And they're very smooth. I will say that. They have. So I'll compare them directly to Gateron Ink Blacks. So they're both very smooth. Like it's hard to tell between the two which one's smoother. Um, Gateron Inks have a softer bottom out, while MX Vintage Blacks have a harsher bottom out but a better sound profile. It has that more thunk, when it bottoms out. Um, and I prefer that thunk over a softer bottom out. Which is why I like Holy Pandas. I use them in my other custom six in one of my other custom 60s that I use all the time. My big heavy Aquaria, and I like it. Are they the best switch on the world? No, I wouldn't say that. They're really nice switches, and they're good to have in a build, and they're fun to use. And I'll definitely use them some more and other stuff if I come across more vintage blackboards. The thing about these is they are work. So I had a whole Weiss vintage board. I had to desolder them all. And some of the plastics like really brittle. You got to be careful. Some of the keycaps were broken. So that some of the stabs were like broke while I was pulling stuff off. Yeah, I think this keyboard is from 1984. So that's a old keyboard. That's older than me. I was born in 90. So that board's 6 years older than me. And here's me going through the process of spring swapping them, filming them. So what I did is I looped the springs with Krytox 107. What I do is I put them in a jar, all the springs, and I put some few drops of 107 in it, and I just shake it around a lot for a while, so all the springs get oil coated on them. And then I just dump them in the lid. And after I lube the bottoms, I used Krytox 205G0, nice thick, lube on them. Linears, I like to use thick lube on them. There's the switches after I cleaned them up. And then I had 102. I ended up getting 102 from the board, from the WYSE board. So that's not bad at all. And I put 67 of them, I think it took to put my master up alt. And I do like the feel of them. I would like to try them in a bit more high profile of a board, but that was the only hot swap board in it, and it's one of the cheapest boards I have. So if I fucked it up or anything, I wouldn't have cared. I don't. So I think whenever I get like a new board that needs to be soldered in, I will do a build with them and see how it goes. But yeah, in the alt, they feel nice. The alt's not a terrible board, but I want to try them in a bit higher end of a board, like a gasket mount or something with a really nice typing profile. But yeah, they feel great. They're nice switches, and I'll leave you off with a sound test at the end as usual. Enjoy.